Hello, everybody. It is I, your friendly neighborhood INFP, and it's time for another one of these late night rambles because I haven't done one of these in a bit. Um, so there is a lot of drama going on. There's a lot of drama going on within the beauty community of YouTube. There's a lot of drama going on with Twitch streamers. There's a lot of drama going on in other communities. There's just a lot of drama going on in the world in general, and 2020 is probably what most could agree to be a year of mass drama, hysteria, and general feeling like the world might be ending, but who knows? And I wanted to talk more specifically about the drama and like my viewpoints on it, because while yes, people like Pokimane are like good for clicks and all of that, and while people like Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson and Alinity, I guess, although she hasn't really been in recently, but there's been other people out there. The point I'm trying to make is with these. Oh right, the late night talk show hosts. The point I'm trying to make here is that if you're going to become, let me back up. There's a saying that people often quote, and that is never meet your heroes. Now, in this case, I don't think it's ever been a situation of meeting your heroes and then being vastly disappointed with what you see, because what you thought they were and what they actually are two completely different things. Doesn't happen all the time, but it happens enough for that saying to exist. And I was thinking that why. Okay, first of all, if you're going to advocate for something good, don't be hypocritical about it. Practice what you preach. If you're preaching kindness, be kind. If you're preaching acceptance, be accepting. If you're preaching tolerant, actually be tolerant. Although I don't think there's an actual tolerant person in the face of the world. To some degree or other, everybody's biased, therefore tolerance is a weird issue in general, but that's not my point. My point is, don't be hypocritical. Don't try and put on a facade that can very easily get broken, or a facade that people use to gain this, that, or the other, to gain views or to do this, or don't hide yourself behind falseness. So basically, if you're going to be a dick, at least you're being honest. If you're going to be kind, continue to be kind. Don't pretend to be something you're not. Now, in these cases of the people who generally may want to grow, I'm sure there are some people out there who make mistakes, and that's fine, whatever. Everybody makes mistakes, but my thoughts are that if you want to change, if you want things to become better, if you want to grow and become better, and this goes for any creator at any time, at any moment out there, if you want to grow, become better, change, allow criticism, see what criticism is valid. Now, I know this is like really weird for me as an INFP to be talking about criticism, but allow it. And then if that criticism is valid, see what you need to change. If enough people are calling you something, then obviously something needs to change. Now, if they're being just jerks about it and, general online trolls, that's a different story. But if they are targeting a specific action or a specific thing you did and is like, this isn't okay, or this is this, or these people are this, look at that with some level of subjectivity. Look at it as a learning experience. Don't necessarily go after them. Allow their opinions to be heard. See what you can glean from their opinions. And then you've got like on the other side, it's like who to listen to, who to not listen to. And it feels weird that I'm talking about this. Like, this feels like something that an ISFJ or ESFJ would talk about. Like, that's the T. But that's not what I'm talking about here. I guess what I'm a little irritated with is the hypocrisy in it all. The hypocrisy in the protesters, the hypocrisy in the YouTube drama, the hypocrisy in the beauty community, the hypocrisy in the Twitch community, the hypocrisy here, there. It is probably one of an INFP's biggest pet peeves. And there's just so much of it. Like, if you pay any attention to the culture around you, there's a lot of it. And there doesn't need to be. You can be yourself. And then there's the whole thing of apologizing. If you're going to apologize, at least be sincere about it. Or if you don't want to apologize, just be like, no, see you guys later. I know a lot of people are expecting some kind of apology video, but if you're going to be like, yeah, no, I'm not apologizing for this, let them just do that. Like, if you feel like you're not in the wrong, defend yourself. If you feel like you're in the wrong but are getting defensive, which is something I have frequently done IRL or in real life with my family, friends, and whatever, it's why I'm a terrible, 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 terrible debater. Like, people could rip my videos to shreds and I'd be like, I don't know how to rebut to this. But like, going back to the whole saying sorry thing and all that, don't make it fake and don't make excuses. It's a very simple process. Just be like, yeah, I'm sorry, I screwed up on X issue. I'll try to be better. That was my bad. Let's move on with our lives. But most people don't do that. They try to justify their actions. They try to make excuses. They attack others. They contradict themselves. They cause really poor excuses. They come up with reasons why they shouldn't. And it's... The drama is something that I feel like is needless, perhaps. It's needless drama. Yes, there's always going to be some level of drama when you get to a certain level of fame. Not everybody's going to like what you do, and I believe there was some quote by some famous philosopher that, I can't remember which philosopher, but the gist of that quote is that in trying to please everybody, you please no one. So pick a side, essentially. Like, and if you're doing enough bad things, I think that's like time for self-reflection. But then, of course, there's the whole thing of morality, and if society sees it as bad but you don't see it as bad, or if you see it as bad but society doesn't see it as bad, but then society attacks you for the thing that you see as bad, it is complicated. It is a mess. It is something I have been looking at going, what is wrong with people? Why can't you just... And I don't know, it's just the falseness of it all, I think, is what's bugging me. The inauthenticity, the the charades that people are going through, the hoops, the drama, the it's not like the drama couldn't have been avoided, because it could have. All you needed to do was not be extremely hypocritical. And you could have avoided the drama. You could have avoided that kind of hate. Now, if people hate you for another reason, well, if that's just you being true to yourself, that's a different story. You don't need to explain yourself to those people. But if it's something where you are legitimately being a hypocritical person to the extent of do as I say, not as I do, which I think irritates a lot of people, why do that in the first place? And if you did do that, like, I'm not saying that you're necessarily a bad person if you did or anything, or if anybody does that, they're a bad person necessarily. It's just change, stop doing it, become a better person, learn from your mistakes, grow, take the hit. I don't know. It's something I've been seeing in the world, and like it's not just like on YouTube either. Like I was saying, it's like in politics, protests, late night talk show hosts, specifically too in general, which are coming out with allegations. Big surprise there. And then like you got the whole YouTube stuff that's going on, and it's just like, give me a big fat break if people would just be like, would actually love, would actually learn from their mistakes, or be willing to learn from, if people would just be willing to accept their own faults and flaws, and try and work around that, I think things would be better even. But it's always the blame game. It's, oh no, it's them, not me. It's always it's always that whole it's you, not me, or it's me, not you, or some kind of blame going this, that, or the other. And it's just like, if you made the mistake, take ownership, become better. Yet nobody wants to do that, because it's hard to do that. And then there's that whole thing of forgiveness, and then the drama continues because people don't want. Anyways, I wanted to ramble on about this because like it's been a thing that is kind of unavoidable, and I kind of like knowing somewhat as to what is going on outside my own personal bubble. And to see it just be like all this hypocritical drama that's going on, I just had to ramble about it. So yeah, that's today's video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.